Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Disney Reel to Reel. My name's Wyatt, and I want something more for us than this.
I'm Frankie from Shoot the Flick, and I'm not singing. Not for this shit.
Just like Patrick Dempsey in Enchanted, you're like, let's just walk.
No.
Can we walk? Let's just walk.
Ooh, that's really loud. Hold on. Let me lower myself. Jesus Christ. Better?
Yeah.
That's a little better. Okay. That was really loud.
Oh my gosh. But yes, we're talking about Wish today.
Yay. So excited.
I can feel it in your tremor.
Oh my god.
But before we go further, I have to state that this show kind of went on a hiatus last month. Basically March was a hell of a month, personally speaking. And I uploaded an episode on Alice in Wonderland with Rayleigh that you guys have heard a couple weeks ago. But it's kind of been gathering dust for 4 months. Just parting the curtain just a little bit. And creatively, I've just needed a break. Like Frankie had mentioned in our Beauty and the Beast episode, I had let not just, Snow White, but also Disney become part of my personality. So I just needed some time away. But we're back. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling rejuvenated. So.
We're not really back with a bang, though, are we?
Not
more like a whimper. This shit.
I choose to look at it as we scale the mountains, we go through the valleys before we reach the peaks.
Okay.
Oh
okay.
God.
Listen. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. But it's Wish. It's Wish. It's everything everyone said it is.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. But otherwise I just think that going forward I'm probably going to go back to my old plan of releasing 1 episode per month, just letting y'all know. Because we got to maintain our sanity around here.
Yes.
So,
yeah. That's a good plan.
Yes. But with that being said, let's begin with our personal Disney question. I leave 2 open for you. You can choose one or the other. First, what makes Disney Disney to you? Or what do you think Disney Animation's 100th animated film should be?
God. I'll take the first one because I feel like that's easier to answer. For me, the magic of Disney, I guess, is that it's in its storytelling, and B, just thinking about what we're about to talk about, I would say that what sets Disney apart is the music and the songwriting and the way it tells the story through music. I think is very unique, and that's why this movie got me annoyed because I I can't even. I'm trying to think. I could not. There's maybe 1 or 2 lines from a couple of the songs that I can remember, and they're the ones that were featured prominently in the trailers and whatnot.
Yeah.
But other than that, I couldn't give you 1 song title, 1 lyric, 1 anything from any of the songs in this. And that's a problem. Because I can't answer the second question because it's how do you even. I don't know how you would answer that. Clearly not. They didn't know either. Disney, because they didn't do very well. They're let's just slightly reference every Disney movie ever made before us and then put it all in 1 movie and that's it.
I think that's what their final draft idea was, but we'll get into that later. So for me, Disney movies this is going to sound a little weird, but if you've been following the show for a while, you get how I get like really deep and philosophical into this shit. Uh, Disney movies, they take the human experience and render it through a fantastical lens. They may not outwardly address contemporary issues, like this movie tried to do, um, but they almost always tap into something personal. You know, it doesn't matter if it's Elsa's struggles with anxiety, Aladdin's insecurity with himself, or Snow White's, simple wish for romantic love. Um, Many of us experience those emotions and feelings and desires, and we root for those characters to overcome these hardships by the end of the story because if they succeed, then we feel we can too. Um, in fact, what makes this particular project fun for me is that, in that regard, is tracking how their experiences mirror those of the filmmakers and or their audiences. Like Alice in Wonderland was a film that neither Walt Disney nor his staff could personally identify with, and his audiences didn't want to engage with its chaotic nonsense in a post-war McCarthy-era America. So, I especially look forward to breaking that down with another wonderful guest. But, yeah, I guess that's my pitch for a PhD in...
It's like well put though. I get what you're saying, but I feel
Yeah.
like this one was like pretty on the nose in what it was trying to say. And I'm not saying like all Disney movies are subtle, but this one was particularly unsubtle
Yeah.
in its delivery of the message.
Yeah, like I know that we talked about Frozen on your show, and I did mention that it wasn't very subtle. This is that.
Yeah, I mean, and I didn't, if I remember correctly, I didn't necessarily disagree with you that it wasn't
Yeah, no.
unsubtle or whatever. But the difference between this and Frozen is Frozen had good music. This doesn't have good music, and not for nothing. I mean, now looking back at things like Frozen, like the quirk of Anna and everything, like the character building it seems almost cliched now, which is weird because it's only like 10-ish years old.
Yeah.
But I prefer that to something like what they did with Asha, because Asha in this movie is like a paper cutout of there's no character really to her at all.
It's weird, like, I know what she wants, but I don't know who she is.
Right, exactly. She is pretty girl with freckles that wants things, and that's all she is. And it's like, okay.
Yeah. It's really sad because, Disney has been trying to get better at, like, diversity and including people of color, particularly in the princess line and stuff like that.
Right.
And it's like, we're still at a point where they can't afford to give their characters flaws for fear of being accused of racism or things like that. And I'm just like, we could put a little squabbles on her,
Yeah, it's almost, and then, like, it's weird because I feel like Strange World was even more egregious with its obvious, like, let's shove every like diversity possible in here, racial diversity, ability diversity. Let's just put every single otherism in Strange World and everyone will love it. And it's like, no, but this one, Wish is less egregious in that regard, but it's still like, yeah, it's like they focus so much on the uber inclusivity that they forget, like, oh, we also have to make them characters.
Yes.
Like, their character can't just be, pretty brown skinned girl with freckles or young Asian woman with a limp. You can't just make that your character and that's it. That's a little weird.
You also can't have people just assume that they're based on other characters, as we'll get into.
Right. Jesus.
I thought it was cute for 5 minutes, and then it got annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. So, I have a
And also,
feeling...
you're allowed to be funny, also.
You are allowed to be funny.
I laughed one time in this movie, and I'm sure we'll get to it, but yeah. one, and it wasn't even at the funny talking goat. I thought the funny talking goat was gonna make me bust out laughing, and I didn't laugh at one joke that goat said. Not
Yeah.
one. I was
Yeah.
like, damn it. We can't even make the cute little goat funny. No? Okay, great.
Dark days, ma'am. Dark days.
It's a cute little goat that wears like a little outfit and he's got a low voice, like a man's voice. It's funny.
Yeah.
But no,
Although,
we
although
can't give him one good joke.
but I think I've heard that Alan Tudyk, who's the voice actor, I think he has used that voice in another role, and I think people are low key calling him out for it. But
I wouldn't be surprised because he's like the animal guy at Disney now. Every animal they give to Alan Tudyk. And also, what's funny, I don't know if this is something you picked up on at all, or if it's just me. But like sometimes, because I know Ariana DeBose voiced Asha, and there were times where she would sing, and I thought it was Idina Menzel. Like she just has, I don't know what it was, but like there were certain times where she was singing. And maybe it was like the songs themselves. I don't know, but I just could have sworn it was Idina Menzel sometimes. And I'm like,
I can see it. But I think it involves, the fact that I don't think very many human beings can sing these songs without using like pitch correction or editing.
that's true too.
Believe me, I've tried.
Some of them are so. Oh my god. Okay.
All right, but
Mm,
we're already we're 12 minutes in. Oh
fuck.
shit. So I guess just kick things off. What were your prior associations with Wish?
um, like, I mean, I don't remember having particularly high hopes for it, even like in the very beginning when like the teaser trailers would come out. But yeah, I mean, um, it seemed because at this point, unfortunately, Disney has become like almost a parody of itself, where it's just cranking out the same shit and no one's really buying it. Um, but yeah, because the two songs that I would hear in the trailers were the villain song and Asha's like main song where she wishes on the star.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's like, and those songs, those two are not bad. They're the most memorable. But the problem is if your best songs are like okay, that doesn't really help you. But yeah, that's really, I didn't really prior going into it because I heard all the reviews are like, it's bad. So I was like, oh great, this is gonna be fun. Literally told my husband Scott, who I do my podcast with, Shoot the Flick, every week, new movies reviewing. Selfless plug, or selfish plug actually. Sorry. But yeah, so I literally told him because I was like, oh, I was gonna watch Wish eventually because I watch Disney movies. I'm a fan of Disney, but I figured I was gonna probably put it off until I was gonna do this show, and I'm like, oh well, at least now we'll get some content out of it, some funny content.
Yeah.
Might as well.
So, from what I had seen and heard, this movie sounded pretty good on paper. It was pitched by the creators as the story behind the wishing star that shines brightly
That's what I thought it
over.
was too.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna I don't remember, maybe it was you, it was somebody that was like it's like a prequel to Pinocchio, and it's like the story of the wishing star from Pinocchio. I don't know if that came from anywhere, but like that's what I thought it was
Certainly
for a
wasn't
while.
me.
It was somebody, I don't know, but it was like, yeah, I don't know where that came from.
Yeah. And I guess we kinda got that, but
I mean, kind of. The star in this looks like out of a video game. There are parts in this movie that look like a video game. And I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know if that looks good or not.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
Mm.
It's like, if you feel weird about it, don't worry. There's a reason for that.
Okay. Because I'm not an expert like you're an expert. I'm just, I'm just chilling here watching a Disney movie and being slightly confused.
Which is like the last thing you should be. Oh my god.
I'm here to be educated
All right.
on why I don't get this movie.
That's okay. That's okay. Well, first off, I didn't see it in theaters because I looked it up, and this movie premiered literally hours after the SAG-AFTRA strikes. They got their disputes
Oh.
resolved. So I think that's partly why it didn't get the hype that it should have, at least a little bit.
Well, also, anyone that has Disney Plus now is not going to go see a Disney movie in theaters because they know eventually it's going to go on Disney Plus.
Yes. And that was the rationale I had until just last week because I was like, there seems to be an awful lot of vitriol being thrown at this movie, and I was like, I want to form my own opinion about it. So I went ahead, stumbled down to my little Walmart, literally got the 4K Blu-ray Steel book.
Oh, God.
I was like, if I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get it pimped out in style. And
Okay.
I wanted it to succeed so badly.
It feels like, and I'm sure you're going to tell me, it feels like this is something that was fucked with a lot.
Yes.
Like the story. Okay.
Yes, it was.
Because I swear to God, I heard, because there was one song, like the love song, that
Yes.
didn't seem like it fit in at all where
No.
they put it.
No.
It seems like, oh, this is a love song, and then I looked it up, and it's like, oh, so the original story was that she was supposed to fall in love with the star, and because he was supposed to turn into a boy or something,
Yes.
and they fall in love.
Yes.
Like, why couldn't we do that? That's cute. Because the song's nice, but it just does not fit at all where they put it in the movie. And I'm like, that happened a couple of times actually, where the song is okay, but it just doesn't feel like it fits. And I'm like, that's weird.
And if anyone's been on YouTube the last couple of months, you know there are dozens of artists doing their own like fan edits and animatics based on that song. And I want every single one of them more than what we got.
Yeah.
It pisses me off. Anyway. Also, if anyone's curious, my haul from that day also consisted of a 2-movie collection with Lilo and Stitch, as well as its sequel, and the incomplete series of Parks and Recreation.
Love Parks and Rec.
Yes. So
Parks and Rec is better than The Office. Fucking fight me.
Yes. I'd say you're right. Don't at me.
Don't. No, you can at me. That's fine. Shoot the flick. At shoot the flick.
At shoot the flick. Yes, please, by all means. But yeah. How do we? I didn't get like super detailed with like notes about the plot, but I also don't want to get too general with it. So like, maybe we just run through it, but maybe like a little more brief.
Yeah, we can run through it, and then, like, you know, if there's anything egregious, I'll be sure to bring it up. But yeah, no, that's fine. We don't have to get too crazy. It's not really much. It somehow feels rushed. The plot, there's this girl, right? Her name is Asha, and there's a king Magnifico, and there's a queen who is just the queen. I don't think she has a name. It doesn't matter. She's a woman. Oh right, Amaya. I forgot.
Queen woman.
Queen lady. So the premise of the movie is like the king, when you're 18, the king takes your wish, and you forget it, which doesn't fully make sense to me. But okay, let's just pretend it makes sense.
Sure.
Takes your wish, you forget what it is, and then at some point, sometimes the king will give it to you and give you your greatest desire, and then sometimes he just doesn't because he doesn't feel like it. So this girl Asha wants to work for him, and that's how the movie starts. She's gonna have a job interview with the king to be basically his assistant, his PA. So, one of the things I didn't like is how quickly Asha turned. Like, she was idolizing this guy forever, and then she has a job interview with him and suddenly realizes, oh, he's evil. Yeah, and then the rest of the movie, she's like, let's fucking kill this guy.
Yeah.
And it's
She
like,
spends
wow, that was really
2/3 of the
quick.
movie being like, let's fucking destroy this guy.
It was really, really fast.
And you know what? Yeah, that's gonna jump right into my first critique. So I'm gonna play script doctor for a moment.
Please. It
So
needs it.
yeah, I really believe that this movie's problem is that it has a really long second act, a
Mm-hmm.
medium-sized third act, and a little teeny tiny first act.
Yes.
And I think
Yes.
a better premise would be that it would focus on Asha training to become Magnifico's apprentice. You know, the thing we spent the first 20 minutes on, make that like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then it could involve him like ordering her to take these wishes from the townspeople to be protected. Um, Only for her to find out later that he's been manipulating her to gain more power.
Right.
And then, she could find Star along the way as a boy, and then he could like tell her about the possibilities of free wishes, and then she'd be like, "Oh, I kind of like that. That's kind of hot." Um, but then,
It's kind of hot.
that's kind of hot. But then later on, like maybe that confrontation that you just brought up after At All Costs, that should have happened at the end of the second act.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, it happens really fast, and it's like the problem is because the concept of the movie itself is already kind of a big pill to swallow. So if you gave us some time to breathe and
yes.
like actually accept all of this as reality, and then because also we want to believe. I mean, part of the thing that makes Frozen fun to watch is that for the first 2/3 of the movie, you think Hans is a good guy, and then we have the big. He's gonna fucking leave her to die. Oh my god, that whole if only someone out there loved you, that whole thing. So
Yeah.
if we had that kind of moment in this, that would have worked.
But
Because
at the
Chris
same
Pine
time,
isn't
it's
bad
like,
as the villain either.
no, he's not. In fact, he was probably my favorite voice
He's
actor.
probably the best part of it, but yeah,
But also,
we
like,
just need to let it breathe.
yeah, that's the big thing. You're right. They're afraid to let it breathe.
Because again, this guy takes your wishes. Why? I don't really. It's not really fully explained. It's just like, oh, it gives me power, but like you don't do anything with them. You just like let them kind of float around in some secret room in your castle. Like it's not really doing anything for you. So you steal people's wishes or take them for safekeeping, quote unquote, and then the person forgets about their wish. So it's like they just are aimlessly like just walking around with no ambition to do anything with their life. Then like why do they get up in the you have a bunch of depressed people laying in bed all day like in the
Yes.
town. Like what are you what is the purpose of this?
Or you just
And
have a
then
lot of, like, people who depend on you for their faith.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, exactly. That's really what. But then, like, no one could figure that out until
No.
this fucking, like, 16-year-old girl went for a job interview and she's like, oh, this is actually really fucked up. Like, no one
I'm
questioned
sorry.
any of this.
That's the best. That's the best.
It's like,
Literally,
doesn't make
nobody
any
could
sense.
figure it out.
Like, it's just so strange.
Yeah. You would
And the
think.
fact that, yeah, she figured it out in the first 15 minutes. Oh, this guy's kind of fucking evil and shit. It's like it makes everyone be like, wait, but no one else in the town thought this was weird. Like, hey, give me your greatest hope and dream, please, money, please, and
Money,
then
please.
he just leaves, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Nope. Well, I've been hearing it's like they really wanted to make him kind of a throwback to like the classical Disney villains where it's like they are irredeemable, they're completely evil, selfish, self-involved, like Maleficent, the evil queen,
Right.
things like that. And I'm like, you know what? People probably wouldn't have bought into it because of the whole Hans thing, but like
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have fit.
Well, also, I mean, most of the classic Disney. I was wondering if they were going to kill him or not, because most of the classic Disney villains they die, right? I
Yeah.
mean, the evil queen died. I think Maleficent died, didn't she?
Yes, she fucking did.
Yeah, so fucking, yeah, they all died. And, like, because the thing also is they give him a nice wife, like a nice lady wife who is loving and shit. And I thought, like, oh, she was gonna get to him and, like, get him to turn and be normal again. Like, I thought that was the road we were going down. But no, they just have the wife completely turn on him and, like, trap him in a thing. And that's the end of the movie. And it's like, well, then you're not really nodding back to classic Disney villains then.
No.
Because I don't remember the evil queen having, like, a loving husband that was like, oh no, sweetie, don't kill the little girl.
Probably
You know,
because she
don't.
killed him, but
Well, yeah, that's true. All the Disney dads
Thirsty?
back then were dead.
have a drink.
Yeah. God. That was- Jesus. I know some things never change. We have another dead dad in this Disney movie. There's always a dead parent.
Well, I mean,
That's a trope that will
wait.
never die.
oh wait, I forgot. That was her grandfather, not her dad.
Oh yeah, she has her granddad and then her mom, but her dad is dead.
Yeah.
Asha. Which I also thought that was like that was kind of a thing that went nowhere because they brought up that the villain Magnifico knew Asha's dad, and I was like, oh, I thought that was gonna come back in some way or like be more important. But they're just like, no, my dad, he was a philosopher, and we sat in the tree and stared at the stars all night long, and that was what we did together, and that's what I guess gets her to wish on the wishing star. I don't know. Psh.
Why didn't we give him a voice?
Why didn't we give him literally anything?
Ugh, I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. We're already moaning and groaning.
This movie fucking kills me because I can see the glorious little Fabergé egg that it could have been.
I agree. But yeah, it's very obvious that it was fucked with a lot. It really feels like, oh, we were so focused on like the pomp and circumstance of it all, of it being the 100-year anniversary, and we got to make a call back to this, and we got to make a call back to that, and it's like, why can we just make a movie? Is that okay? Can we just do that and not worry about all that other shit?
Yeah, you already had that short film that you played in front of it. Like, what was it? Like Once Upon a Studio?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that literally played in front of this movie. So like,
I liked that. It was cute.
yeah, it was
But, like,
wonderful.
yeah, we get it. That could have been enough to acknowledge the fact, like, 100 years of magic, and then that's it. That's all we need. We don't need a fake, like, Peter Pan character. They literally had a Peter Pan.
Yes, they
Like
did.
a villager in this town dressed like Peter Pan, and guess what his name was? Peter. I was like, what?
Holy shit!
I was about to throw my phone. I'm like, why are we doing this? We all know who Peter Pan is. Why are we doing this?
And it's
This
not
is
even your
Peter
fucking
Pan.
character, Disney.
Just make a movie. Like, why are we doing that?
Oh god. I hope I don't lose my mind by the end of this.
Well, I'm here, so most likely. You will. But it's fine. We all go a little mad sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. So, I guess jumping off of that, well, first of all, it was supposed to be that Amaya and Magnifico were supposed to be this evil power couple going out after Asha. So at some point, they just decided to make her the girl boss.
I would have liked the evil duo thing better. I feel like that's different.
Yeah, we've never had one of those before.
And less boring. She was very boring. Yeah. Obviously, I forgot that she had a name, so obviously I didn't give a shit about her.
So Chris Pine and Queen Woman, they're off in this castle. Oh my god. So let's see. Jesus Christ. But jumping off of that, because this movie is so hyper fixated on the 100-year anniversary of the Walt Disney Company, Which character do you think is meant to represent Walt?
Oh.
Because I've come
Mm,
up with like 3 answers, but none of them are like super legitimate. It could be
I,
Star. It could be I think his name's Sabino, but I've heard that he's supposed to represent like the creative legacy and the spirit of this company and
right,
whatever.
because that's literally his wish, the grandpa. He's like, I want to create something that will last in generations, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe that could be a Walt surrogate. Star
but
kind of makes sense.
yeah, but then I've also heard that like his design is pretty closely resembles like Mickey's like earlier design with like the black
Oh,
dots and
yeah.
the
Yeah.
mask around his face and things like that. But then if you're getting really cynical, then people have posited that Magnifico is supposed to be Walt.
Well, I don't think if that's the I don't think the Disney people like meant for that to happen. But
No.
if you think about it,
But I do say I think it would have been even more pronounced if they went the route that we just talked about by like him
mm-hmm.
trying to get her to give him these wishes
Right.
under the guise of being like a savior.
Yeah,
And then that would force everyone to question like what is Disney saying about itself right now?
that's true.
So that's probably why. Oh god.
God.
And then we have actually, one thing I will talk about because this movie. We're trying to make a compliment sandwich. Um the art style.
Okay.
Yeah.
I because Wyatt did me the pleasure of sending me homework before this episode. So like he sent me like the behind the scenes like doc for Wish, and I didn't watch the whole thing, but he gave me
It's
like
okay.
timestamps. So I watched the part that about like the art style and everything, and how like, oh, we were trying to dial back to the old animation like 2D style where everything looks like a painting every frame, and I'm like, no. I'm so sorry. Like some of it does. Some of it's very pretty. I mean, it's not, groundbreaking to say that Disney animation is pretty. But the actual style of like how people were moving and like just the particular, I don't know like what it was technically, but like it just felt off to me. And I get it's CG, so that's it, that in itself may be part of it, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I will say based on the evidence that was presented before me that I think the problem isn't that they were trying to combine 2D and 3D. I think it's that they were trying to combine computers, which, are more like artificial, they create more artificial product,
Mhm.
and they were trying to replicate a more organic human style.
Right.
And
It didn't look right.
it didn't quite.
It
And
looked it
yet,
looked uncanny valley a little bit.
yeah.
And it was part like sometimes like it was really in times when there was like a lot of movement. Like there's one point in
Yeah.
particular that sticks out of my mind when Asha is like having dinner with her family after this terrible job interview that went horribly wrong, and she figures out this guy that she's idolized forever is actually an evil mastermind. And she's trying to talk to her family, and she's like, "Oh, but da 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 da," and then she runs out of the house, and she runs, and like the way she runs into
Yeah.
the woods, like it looks weird. It just I don't know how to explain it. It's like choppy, but also I don't know. It's strange. It's like choppy, but also not. But it's they're trying not to be choppy, but they just can't help but look choppy and
Yeah,
weird. I don't know.
they it sounds like they did have a lot of meetings about like when to, because I think that in the doc they would have mentioned something about like depth of field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and how, they've been using that in everything since Tangled. Maybe Bolt, maybe Chicken Little. I don't know. I don't give a shit. I don't want to watch those movies ever again.
Certainly not Chicken Little. God.
No. But they did it because the older movies did it. And I'm like,
But here's the thing:
they
you're
did that with
overthinking it,
paint.
bro. You're overthinking it. Just make because no one expects. I mean, as much as the 2D animated Disney movies were beautiful and all that good stuff, right? No one expects Disney to do that shit anymore because it's time consuming and computers exist. So no one expects Disney animators to actually like do 2D animation anymore, like frame by frame shit, like how they used to do. So then
At
just
least
do
for
the
not longer
CG.
than
We
like
don't
10
need,
minutes.
huh?
I said at least for not longer than 10 minutes.
Right,
Because,
exactly. Like, we don't need all the extra mishigas. It's okay. Like they did a whole like thing where they just showed like how they did the shadows on the thing. I'm like, okay. We don't munging. They called it munging, which
munging.
sounds like a made up word. I was like, this
It
is
is.
not a real word. Look it up, find it in the dictionary and show me what the fuck. It basically was a way they
You
explained
know
of
what?
how they
I think I'm going
combined.
to do it now. Hold on.
But yeah, but it was it's just it sounds like a made up word, and it's how they described essentially how they mixed the two styles of animation and
Do you
like
want to
incorporated both styles,
do
and
you
it
want
sounds
to
stupid
do you
and
want to
made
hear
up.
what I'm getting?
Yes.
So, in terms of well, it's a computer term. It can also count as British slang. Uh
Okay.
uh it's an informal. It means to manipulate in terms of
Hmm.
data. Computer jargon for a series of potentially destructive or irrevocable changes to a piece of data or a file. It is sometimes used for vague data transformation steps that are not yet clear to the speaker.
Oh my god. Like
So,
we
what
don't
the
need
fuck does
this.
munging mean?
I don't need like a vocabulary lesson when I fucking watch a Disney movie, man. Like just
But it
just
doesn't even
make the
add up
pretty
to anything.
pictures. Make the pretty pictures and make them say funny things and sing nice songs and I'll be happy. Like why do you have to make it complicated? It's 100 years of magic. It's like, okay.
But I guess what I'm trying to get at is like, yes, it is kind of ridiculous to go to that level of
Yes.
like detail, but like that is kind of what I loved about it.
You like I mean it was the style was jarring for me, but if
It takes some
I can
getting used
understand.
to. It does.
Right. I mean, I can understand because there's different types of animation. So like, I'm not adverse to like trying new things, but like, don't try to make it sound more lofty than it is. Like, just say we
Yeah.
took this and we did this and we did that, and then there it is. Now it looks like this. Ta-da! And that's it.
I
Well,
know.
in the doc specifically, they kept trying to like. I mean, I guess that's their job. I guess to like get people to gasp and like, oh, it's so amazing. We must watch
Yeah.
this movie. It's a groundbreaking,
Yeah.
step in animation. Just say what she did. Like, it looks a little
I
weird, but it's
I
okay.
I gotta tell you, working there right now must be so isolating.
Yeah, yeah. Cause like, mm,
Like, if you work there, you have to love it with all your being.
oh yeah.
And I'm just
Uh-huh.
like, I couldn't. Like, I love Disney. This is why I've committed to this for like 2 years. Had my Instagram going, which is, I guess, fairly credible, going for like 4 years. And yet I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
It's a lot.
But
It's a lot, and you put a lot of pain and blood, sweat, and tears in it, probably. And at this point in Disney's career, they're not really getting a lot of, you know, like obviously the corporate bigwigs are getting all the money, right?
yeah.
Regardless, but like at least the animators could say that they were getting accolades and they were getting love for it, but they're not getting that right now. I mean, Disney is like a corporate shell of itself of what it once was. And I think this movie is kind of like perfectly indicative of that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, look at all this shit we used to do, and now we did this. Isn't it cool? And it's like, oh, not really.
It really fucking bums me out, dude.
It kind of does. It bums me out too. I mean, again, like we've been saying, there's definitely like an exoskeleton of something cool and cute here. Like if we had just did like a simple little love story here, like I don't see how that's a problem. But
But
yeah.
the thing is, they are not going to do that because we've been criticizing them for doing that for decades.
Yeah, I mean that's true. But I mean,
But I don't care.
I don't care really either, because not for nothing, like Tangled was a love story, and Tangled's like one of the best modern Disney movies we have, like in the past, whatever, when that come out, like 20 years or whatever.
14,
It's one
yeah.
of the best ones we got, like the modern ones
Yeah.
going.
But even at the end of that movie, they're like, did Rapunzel and I ever get married? Well, after years and years of asking and asking and asking, I finally said yes.
That is funny.
But yeah, it's like they have to keep establishing shit like that because we can't possibly interpret these films on our own to be like, oh, they didn't get married the very next day.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
God, these people are fucking idiots. Anyway.
Ugh, God. Yeah, oh, I'd much rather have this.
Yeah.
It's like, it felt like, but yeah, like the first act is like 15 minutes long, like we were saying before, and it's just like, okay, quick, we'll establish the problem, and then we'll spend the rest of the time singing subpar songs and
which takes us to a wonderful crossroads.
God. Okay,
Do you
here
want
we
to
go.
talk about the songs, or do you want to talk about the characters that are obvious ripoffs of earlier creations?
Ooh. I don't know. Should we build up to the? We should build up to the songs. So
Yeah,
let's
they are the.
let's
the
talk
spice.
characters first, and then
Okay.
we can do songs.
All right.
Because I don't. Oh my God. I don't know why the songs made
Hold
me
on, let me
mad
get
more
my
than
ibuprofen.
anything. But the songs made me more annoyed just because like and they aren't even bad necessarily. I mean, some of them are bad, but the
Yeah.
ones that are like okay, you could have had something there.
Yeah. But we'll get into
It's
that
more
later.
frustrating. Yeah, we're gonna get there. So yeah, but let's work our way up to that level of anger. Let's not jump there right away. Might give ourselves a heart attack.
All right. So, Asha, I think we pretty much said everything about her.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I think obviously it's no surprise that Ariana DeBose is a great singer.
Yes, I like her a lot.
But
I
as
feel bad that this is her Disney movie. That kind of sucks.
I know, me too. But also, like, as a voice actress, I don't know, man.
Yeah, and I mean sometimes when she would talk, and even when she would sing, like, and maybe it's because I am a fan of Ariana DeBose, but also I'm a fan of Idina Menzel, and I never had the problem when I watched Frozen. But whatever, it never felt like her voice matched the character, and I don't know.
No, you're right.
It kind of blows, and like also, she's a very dynamic singer. So I think maybe that's why, not to bring it back to the songs again, but I think that's why some of the songs they fucked a lot with like the like beat of it, and I'm just like, why are we doing this to her? Because it
I
was
feel
bad.
so bad for her.
I really do, because I really like her, and I feel like she got the short end of the Disney stick.
Yeah. And like she probably did this just after wrapping West Side Story.
Oh yeah, and she killed West Side Story, which is crazy. But yeah, sucks.
It's really sad. And then when I watch her in like promotional stuff, she just looks so dead-eyed and empty.
Yeah, because the second the reviews came out and they're like, "This is shit," she's like, "God damn it," you know.
Like I remember they literally did an ABC special on the Disney Centennial, and the first sound clip of an interview that came up was of her. She was saying something that I'm sure Rachel Zegler wished she said 2 years ago. She said, "Oh, I love Snow White. It was so good."
Oh my god. Dude, by the time, this is an aside, by the time that Snow White movie comes out, if we're not back here talking about it, like I'm I want to be at the table when we discuss that on this podcast. I have
Oh,
to be there.
you are first in line.
I have to be there because I have to experience your reaction to it. I'm just so excited
I will
to
probably
see that.
be.
I'm more excited about your reaction to it than I am at actually seeing the movie.
Uh huh.
Because I know you love Snow White. And I'm just like, what are they
Uh
going to do
huh.
to his girl? Like, what are they going to do to her? They're going to destroy her. Poor White's going to have to watch this shit.
Uh huh.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe.
It's fine.
I'll be here to bring you laughter.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to get through it together.
Oh my god. Thank
But
God
anyway,
we still have High
yeah,
School
so
Musical
Ariana
2.
DeBose was fine. I feel bad for her because she got stuck with a shitty role.
Yeah.
And it sucks because Asha, she's very pretty. Like, the character design is very
Yeah.
pretty. I like her freckles. But yeah,
Mhm.
like, no. It just never felt like it matched.
No, and I know that it's frowned upon to like tell an actor how to say a line, but I gotta say, when she was getting in that argument with her granddad, and she was like, "No, no, I never would try to." I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry. I just thought
I
there should have
felt
been
that
more
too.
like punch
I
to
felt
that,
that
you
too.
know?
That's also the problem with a lot of animated movies today in today's times, because it's like we always do. It's like Broadway stunt casting, but with with animated movie, we have to get celebrities in here. Like,
Yeah.
we got to get Chris Pine in here to voice the villain. Like, he's not bad or anything, but he's not a singer, so it's like, you get this. There's so many great fucking Disney villain songs, and it's like you're
Should we
not.
talk about him next?
No. Yeah, let's talk about King Magnifico.
All right. I will say we found our next Disney zaddy.
I mean, yeah.
He is scrumptious. I'll give you that.
True, true.
And Chris Pine definitely has gone up a few notches on the Babes Gallery.
I do enjoy Chris Pine. I feel
But
like in the pool of Chris's, he's often overlooked.
yeah, it'll always be Evans in my book. But
That's true for me too, to be fair, but
yeah,
we have to give Pine his due. He did
yes,
his best.
he did his best. He was an Into the Woods.
He wasn't Into the Woods. I didn't like the movie of that, but he was in it. So was James Corden, though, so we can't really
Yeah,
get too
and Meryl Streep.
excited. Oh yeah, and Johnny Depp. There were a lot of people in that movie. God damn. The movie was not good. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's our next review. What was it, 2015 or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-mm.
Oh my god.
No.
Please
no,
just take me to
no.
High School Musical 2.
Oh, let's go back. Let's go back to school. What time is it?
Summertime.
You just said it so sad. It's summertime. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's
Lana
so
Del Rey,
bad.
make me your backup singer.
Oh, it's so bad.
I got that summertime. Summertime sadness.
Got me snorting, goddamn it. Oh god.
Okay. Well, we didn't talk too much about him. I will say he was also another casualty of the Disney references being everywhere, because the scene where he creates his magic staff,
Mm-hmm.
it was giving too much Snow White.
Oh yeah, because he had like the little potion thing going, and
And
he
he
was
had a
like,
poisoned apple.
"Uh-huh, I saw
Yeah.
that, yeah."
It's too much. It's too much.
Then when he had the staff, I was trying to think of like all the, because I know there were Disney villains also that had like a little staff. Like I know Jafar had his little snake staff, snake staff,
Steak crab.
staff. There we go.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah.
Yeah. And then was only one moment when I felt intimidated by him. It was like when he came to Asha's hut and he was like, "This power, I never knew what it held. I feel as though I can
Yes.
do anything."
Anything. Yeah. He had like the crazy eyes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
it.
pretty good.
That was it.
I would say that was it. Because he seemed most for the rest of the time like an aged fuck boy that just like, never grew
Yeah.
up out of the frat house a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
and like it sucks
Yeah.
because again, Disney villains, there are so many iconic ones, and despite all that, I think I'll double down and say Chris Pine's probably the best element of the movie. Like I
But
think his song's probably the best one, the villain song. I think that's probably the best one. That's the only one I can remember like more than
I
two
let you
words
live
of
here
it.
for free and I don't
Yeah,
even charge you rent.
you right. But again, that was also I think in one of the trailers or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, they did a good job with the trailers, putting the best elements of the movie in the trailers because the rest, like anything that was even marginally good, was pretty much in the trailer. Um,
Yep.
but yeah, he was an okay villain,
Yeah.
just okay.
Yeah.
I wish they had done the duo thing with the wife. That would have been fun.
Yeah. Now you're making me wish that I had a Disney villain fuckboy. That would have been everything.
Jeez.
Oh my god. Tumblr, get on that right now.
Oh please, they're already on it. I'm sure.
Oh, I know. Actually, they are on it.
They've
Anyway.
been on it.
Anyway. Who's next? I guess
Who's
we should
next?
talk about the 17s.
Oh my god, were there actually 7? I
There
was
were
joking around
7.
earlier, being like to Scott, my husband, explaining like the story, and I'm like, yeah, and then there are these like 7 kids, and I don't even know who the hell they are. They're all her friends, or like a bunch of kids running around. I literally said 7, and I was like, I didn't realize there were actually 7. I can't name them all. I don't care. One is named Simon, and one is short. That's his character. He's short and grumpy, like the dwarf from Snow White.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
that's I think he literally calls himself grumpy at one point, and he's purposely like a little person.
No, they are literally several times in the movie when they reference who they're based on.
Oh wait, one of them sneezes a lot. Are they actually based on the
Yes,
dwarfs?
they are.
I just realized that.
Yes, they are.
Because one of them sneezes all the time. Okay, wait. Wait.
You didn't know that?
That's so stupid.
You didn't know that?
That's so
What the fuck?
That's so bad. It made my headphones fly off my body. Wait. Wait, because one of them sneezes a lot. One of them's really short
And grumpy.
And then
You want to know how I know? Is
one of
because
them
their outfits are all the same colors.
that's really fucking annoying.
Yeah.
One of them's shy. One of them's an introvert. She calls herself an introvert.
Yes.
Happy Sneezy. Who's happy?
Hal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's always got that smile on her face.
Right. Jesus Christ. So stupid.
And the girl with the limp is Doc.
Wait, which one?
The girl with the limp.
Oh, right, Dahlia, because she's like the main one.
Yeah.
Because she's Asha's best friend.
She's
And I
got
didn't
the
even realize she
glasses.
had a limp till like her. She had a whole opening scene with Asha before the job interview.
Yeah.
And then I didn't realize she had a crutch until after. She had like a Tiny Tim crutch until after.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you established this seemingly main-ish character, and I didn't even know she had a disability. Okay, whatever.
And they
she
were
has
going
glasses,
off
so
in the
she's Doc.
doc.
Okay.
They were going off in the doc about how, like, it's so great to have disability representation and animation, and like, how the crutch thing, it's not even addressed in the plot. Like, she just lives her life, and I'm like,
That's fine, I guess.
But yeah, also it's like you didn't even notice.
I didn't even know. I mean, it's whatever. It's better than it was in Strange World, where literally they wouldn't even like. They had the main cast in Strange World, and then like whenever they would pan to like a village shot with all like the citizens or whatever, they would have like they had a person in a wheelchair, and they had like all these random people in the background who like, oh look how we've represented disabilities in our movie. There's this Joe Schmo in the back sitting in a cafe. She's in a wheelchair. Isn't that great? It's like,
Do you want to know what that reminds me of?
so stupid. Oh my god.
It reminds me of in Frozen when they had all those people in at the coronation, and that was the only place you could find black characters.
Yes. Oh my god. So bad. And then they made a point in the fucking second one. Let's put Sterling K. Brown in there as like a main character. Let's make sure we are on him like all the time. Do I remember the character's name? No, it doesn't matter. It's Sterling K. Brown.
Yes.
It's like, Jesus Christ. But okay, so Happy, Sneezy we got. Grumpy we got. Bashful is the introvert girl.
Yeah. Sleepy is Simon.
Sleepy is Simon because he's depressed. Me girl. And then one of the other ones. Who am I missing?
Dario, who's dopey.
Dahlia's. Wait. Oh, Dario is dope. Oh, right, because he's stupid. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's got big ears. Oh my god, they had a thing where he like shook his ears.
Yes.
Dopey does that.
Yes.
Oh my god, I remember thinking that. I was like, oh, Dopey does that. That's kind of cute.
Although I would honestly, I would be fine if you said he was T.J. Miller's character from Big Hero 6.
He does look like the same. Oh my god. Okay, and then is there one more? Dopey. Sneezy. Sleepy. Fucking bashful. Grumpy. Doc.
It's been a year and you still can't remember.
Like, that you just blew my mind, like, the stupidity of that. Like, they actually had 7 I was like, why do we need this many friends? Like, it's nice to have friends, but like, why do we need this many friends in this movie? We don't even fucking know who the main character is, but we need to have 7 friends. Okay, whatever. But now I get it.
Well, there are literally several lines in the movie where I think Asha, the first time she runs into Dahlia, she's like, oh, resident doctor and expert, please give me some questions for my interview because I think I'm going to explode. And then there was one where they were heading to Bazima's hideout and Hal was like, I'm happy for you. And then there was one that was like,
oh my god.
And then there was the one with Simon. He was getting to grant his wish to become a knight, and Magnifico said, oh, our sleepy little friend here. Let us know.
I want to die, actually. I just want to go to bed. That's so dumb. I can't.
I know.
I know. And I can just see, I didn't watch this obviously in the documentary, but I can see it now. Then I just think that's so clever that we were able to bring back. I want to kill myself.
You want to know what? You want to know what the? You want to know what one of the artists said about it? I think his name is Bill Schwab. He said that they could have been based on the kids from That 70s Show.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to stop. That's actually so stupid, though.
I know.
So we bogged down an entire. This is so insane.
Okay.
We bogged down an entire movie that didn't need to be bogged down at all, more than it already was.
Yes.
With 7 people who I can't even tell you their names. Like, legit. Like, I can name the Simon kid because he actually did something in the movie. And then the best friend one because she's her best friend.
Her bestie.
But other than that, I can't name any of their names. And we gave them... Why did we do... We did that for Snow White. To call back Snow White. Because it's 100 years of magic, you see. That's so insane.
I would name them, but I don't want to be an obnoxious asshole.
How dare you? Don't you dare. They don't deserve it.
They don't.
Frankly.
They don't.
Because who the fuck cares about them? Nobody.
I mean, I thought Dario was a little cute, but, that was just me.
Okay.
Crackhead blonde. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. You know what the short one reminded me of? The grumpy one?
Who?
You know the kid in oh god. What was it? Was it the Lorax? Like the guy, the company owner guy that has like the weird haircut and he's short and he like
Yes! Oh my
let
god!
it die, let it die.
Let
That's
it
who he
shrivel
reminded me of.
up, man!
And then yes, that's who he reminded me of. And I was like a combination of that guy and the kid in like Shrek 3 that's like, or no, was it Shrek 3 or Shrek 4? I don't know. One of the Shreks where he's like, do the roar. That's what it reminded me of. Do the roar.
No, I'm just trying to take a fucking sip, babes. Oh my god.
It's so, that's crazy. So clearly we're way bogged down in it being 100 years of magic that we are just
Yes.
we are just harming the movie to put stupid callbacks to bullshit in it.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
crazy. That somehow upsets me more.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. I'm going to calm down now.
Oh.
See, I told you I was here to be educated.
Yeah. But I will say, like, the only other reason why I could imagine them being these fucking 7 old men for any reason is because of all the recent controversies about Snow White that have popped up. And they could be like, oh, well, if this franchise falls out of favor, then, we still have Wish.
Jesus.
I doubt it, considering, it made like 500 million or something, but
Yeah, we're not going to have Wish, sweetie.
that's fine.
Wish is going to go away.
That's okay. I'm sorry to everyone.
Sorry to everyone.
I make the executive call. Wish is canceled.
Wish is canceled. Jesus Christ, you just blew my mind. I'm so mad.
Oh my god. Okay. What else is there?
I'm scared.
Okay. So I guess it's time to talk about the songs.
Okay.
So everyone knows that this is done by a lady named Julia Michaels. And her songwriting partner, Benjamin Rice, I believe. So basically all you need to know is that she was a safe bet for Disney. And I guess the Lopez's and Lin-Manuel Miranda have thrown in the towel. So
This seems like something, maybe because of Ariana DeBose, but it seems like something that like Lin would have done really good with.
yeah. But I think he's been
yeah.
like too Disneyed out right now.
It almost seems like she was trying to be Lin-Manuel Miranda because there are a couple of songs where like they change
Yes.
the tempo randomly in the middle of the song and like try to ease into it, and it like it doesn't work at all. It just sounds off completely. But like it almost seems like she's trying to be like a Lin-Manuel copycat.
Can I just go through a few of her sins?
Oh please.
Let's see. Felt this? No, I haven't. I'm a star. Watch out, world. Here I are.
Wah, wah, wah.
Excitatory.
I have to go. I have to go.
You know what? I think that's all the time we have here on Disney
I really have to
Reel-to-Reel.
leave. She wrote At All Costs, though.
Yes, she wrote all
That's
the songs.
actually a good one.
Yeah.
That's actually like a nice, it's like not like, groundbreaker or anything, but like that's a simple, nice song. The problem is they put it where
She's known this guy for 5 minutes.
With the fucking villain, and it's like, why are we singing this right now? This is clearly a love song.
Yeah. And they're singing it to the Wishes.
I'm so, like, that was bizarre. That just like threw me way the fuck off. And it's like, if you like the song that she wrote, typically I feel like the thing to do would be to save it for another movie, perhaps. But no, they're just like, no, we got to put it in this movie somewhere. But there's no romance in this movie. So
Because
what do
we
we do with
canned
it?
it.
I don't know. Just put it in there somewhere.
I really
Like, this isn't a jukebox musical. We're not like
no.
writing songs beforehand and then like play. It's just, that's what it came off like. It was weird.
No. I will say I really feel like I would have tolerated, like, because I agree that was my favorite song as well. But yeah, I definitely would have loved it more if it were a actual love song.
It's very strange.
Why couldn't we have it? Why couldn't we have it?
Why?
Why?
Why couldn't the star turn into a hot guy?
Yes.
Why could that just happen?
Why? You have robbed
silly.
Tumblr of their next, what was it, the thing that they did with like Frozen, Tangled, Rise of the Guardians. You remember that Tumblr fandom?
Yeah, where they put Elsa with Jack Frost.
Yeah. They robbed us of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking disgusting.
So stupid. Oh god.
Let me see. Did I have anything else in my notes? Fuck.
The villain song was like a little catchy.
Yeah.
Like at least the chorus part. Literally the part they have in the trailer, like, this is the thanks I get. That's fun, kind of, but like one line in a song does not a song make.
No. Yeah, I guess I just gotta say, like, I did try to cover 2 of those songs for, like, podcast bumpers. And I can't tell you how fucking hard it is to, like, you either go for the emotion or you go for the enunciation. You can't have both.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, and again, they like change up some certain things. They change the tempo randomly, and it fucks it up, and it doesn't quite jive as well. And then I think in at least one, they had a part where like, I think it was the one where all the friends are singing, and they just out of nowhere start singing / like, I don't know if it was supposed to be rapping. I got scared. I was like,
I know what you're talking about.
I need to fast forward a little bit because I can't listen to this whole fucking thing. It's gonna drive me insane. And then my favorite part though, that scene with the friends, because at one point the friends are all fugitives because they help Asha, and like they're all hiding out somewhere in Bashful Dwarf's fucking secret privacy lair.
What was his name from that 70s show? Eric Hoffman? Was that his name?
Like the fucking the character
Yeah.
of Eric? Yeah.
Okay, great.
Because
that's how Bill Schwab described it, so
Jesus Christ. Okay, fuck off. Okay. Fuck off to that. But they're in the lair and then they're singing / rapping, and then the queen lady comes in and they're all like freeze.
Sorry.
Like, we're in trouble now. And then she sings with them about how they're gonna have a revolution against her husband and like
and then
kill
Queen
him?
Woman comes in, she slams the door.
Slams the door and starts singing with these literal children. Because they're all under 18. Because they haven't. When you're 18, you hand over your wish to the king.
Yes.
None of them have done it, so they're all under 18. And she starts singing with these literal children about how they're gonna go and kill her husband.
No, they're not gonna kill her husband.
Well, you don't know that at the time.
When you're watching the movie.
Because you're like, okay, they're starting a revolution.
But I have a hard time that anyone in this movie would kill anyone.
7 kids and some queen lady.
Queen woman.
Queen woman. Your Majesty, Queen woman.
Yas, Queen woman.
That's my new favorite phrase.
Yes.
My new favorite title, Queen woman. Yes, Queen woman.
I'll introduce you as such for every subsequent episode.
Thanks. I'll feel so powerful.
Joining me today is Queen Woman, Frankie Sparks.
That's great.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it was supposed to be like a real, like, you know, it felt like, are we trying to be like Les Mis right now? Are we trying to do like, can you hear the people sing, and but in a modern Disney movie? And it's like, this isn't hitting like it should.
They're trying to do Hamilton. That's what it is.
Yeah. John Adams, you fat motherfucker.
You gotta be out of your goddamn mind.
You Magnifico, you son of a bitch. Give us
Also,
our wishes.
wait, hold up. Didn't Ariana DeBose play the bullet in that show?
Yes.
Yes.
That's why I said, oh, maybe because of Ariana DeBose, I feel like Lynn should be doing this.
Yeah, but no. He was too busy writing the scuttlebutt.
Jesus Christ. Fucking scuttlebutt, man. Jeez. Oh, but then there's that one laugh around this time that I got, I think, out of the movie. Because when King Magnifico goes to Asha's house to, like, intimidate them.
Yes.
And as she flees away from him with her mom and grandpa, the star guy, he like distracts the guards or whatever that are out to get them, and he has like a bit of yarn and just like wraps them up and lassos them in yarn, and they fall over. And there's just one line where the guard guy goes like, "Is this yarn?" Where they're just on the floor flailing around. I'm like, why did that make me laugh? But none of the goat jokes made me laugh.
Nope.
Not one.
Not
but
a
it's
one.
just a guy, some fucking like extra, probably one of the friggin' producers just like filled in for a day. She's like, "Is this yarn?" Like, that made me laugh so hard.
Take, cut. That's it. We got it, Tim.
Okay, now
Put it
let's
in
go
the
to
movie.
lunch. Like, let's go get some shawarma. Like, that's how, but it's such a tiny little line that it made me laugh.
Oh my god.
But yeah, we were really trying to make that goat like fucking Olaf. And it's like,
Yes.
bro, this isn't gonna work for you. I'm so sorry to disappoint you.
She has 9 friends.
Yeah, the 7 dwarfs, and then the goat and the star guy.
And not a
Her
one
little
of them are
friends.
developed.
None of them, no.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
No. It really is bad. Mm-mm.
Fuck.
And it's like, it makes it even worse that you had 7 friends. Because it's like, you can't even characterize one main ass character, but you're gonna give her 7 friends? Like,
and they really only work if you've seen Snow White.
they don't even work then. Because
No?
I've seen Snow White. It's stupid. Not Snow White is stupid.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
this
Yeah,
is stupid. I know what to not say on here. I don't want to get excommunicated. No, but like, because it works in Snow White because they're like, I don't know, the dynamic is different, and also the movie was made in the fucking 30s. It just works in Snow White because Snow White. It doesn't work here because this is it's supposed to be an original work. It's not supposed to, like, I thought we've evolved as a people here. Like, are we not supposed to characterize our people here? Like, not for nothing. I know you like Snow White. She's not the most characterized Disney character in the lexicon, okay? And neither are the fucking dwarves, because all the dwarves have one word to describe their personality, and that's it. And the same thing with these fucking friends. But it's like, we're in 2024 now, guys. Can we fucking get with the program? Like, let's give everyone a little character. Or maybe just don't have 7 friends for one person that you barely know in the movie. But I would like to preface that, because I know what show I'm on, I like Snow White fine. It's fine.
No!
I like it fine.
Do you know what I was going to say?
What?
Nothing you've said is incorrect.
I know.
I know,
yeah,
but
no.
please don't censor yourself.
No, I'm kidding. I know you did. Listen, you heard my episode on Snow White on my show. I know. You wouldn't have invited me on if you hated me for it. But yeah, no, I get
Jiminy
you.
Crickets, it's a wonderful life.
Oh my god, I remember that. Oh my god, that was so funny.
Clarence.
That was so insane. Yeah, we did a thing on my show, Shoot the Flick, like I think last year.
Yes.
Now, where we did all the, like, not all the Disney movies, God help me. We did a Disney movie every month, and I kind of went through like each era of Disney. And the first one we did was Snow White, and that caught my dear friend Wyatt's attention. Thankfully, he didn't hate me for it.
No, I'm
He
thick-skinned.
still invites
Don't
me
worry.
on this show sometimes to fuck around.
I am
But yeah,
thick-skinned.
that really, it's just, the more I think about it, it makes me mad.
Okay.
But they fucking called back the fucking dwarfs from Snow White. It's like,
And then Magnifico becomes the magic mirror.
oh, yeah, I was wondering why they kept referencing mirrors so much. I'm like,
Yes.
it's not like,
Because he's so vain. He's the fairest in all the
mean,
land.
yeah, if that felt shoehorned as fuck, because it's like, okay, we keep, like, but he didn't start off being like vain in the beginning. He was just like, oh, hello, I am the king. And then
Hello, I am
once we
Daddy.
found out he was evil all of 10 minutes in, he started being like, I'm the handsomest man in all the land, and I love staring at myself in the mirror. And it's like, we didn't need to do, okay. That makes sense now that was part of it too. So basically we're doing like a different, we're just calling back Snow White then.
No,
Like
I
the
will tell
movie.
you what this movie is. What if the fairy godmother from Cinderella and the seven dwarfs formed a revolution against the evil queen?
Oh my god. Dude, when they did the thing at the end where the star gave her a magic wand and made her like, and then what dopey guy said like, oh, she's like a fairy godmother. I'm like, are we gonna say that she's the fairy godmother from Cinderella? Because if that's what we do now, I'm gonna die. Like, this is so
And they
insane.
did. They literally had her repeat the same like flowy hands transformation thing.
Yeah, I was waiting for Bippity Boppity Boo, and I was gonna Bippity Boppity
Bitch
bop
slap
myself in the
someone.
head. I was like, why are we doing this? It's so silly.
Don't you think about
Why don't we
crossing
have
this
our own
line?
identity, Wish?
Because if you do, I will bippity boppity bitch slap you.
Bippity. Oh my god. That's too funny. Oh my god, that's great.
Bippity boppity bitch, please.
Bippity Boppity bitch. Fuck my life.
Oh my god. I love to think that we're in this. It's been a month, 2 months since we did Beauty and the Beast, and we're still in the same place.
We are, it's true. Fuck.
Oh my god. Fuck. Is there anything else to talk? Oh, the end credits.
Oh, I mean, I saw that we had like animation of all the other Disney movies, but like other than that, I don't. Was there anything else that
At the very, very end, for like
kind of fast
10
forwarded?
I know, it's fine. I kind of did too. But at the very end, there's the shot of Sabino with a lute looking up at the stars, and we are meant to believe that he's the man who coined the song When You Wish Upon a Star.
Okay, so okay, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, why are
My
we
guest
doing
is
this?
reclining in her
Why are we doing this? Why are we turning like? Are we trying to make a Disney cinematic universe? Like, is that what we're trying to do with this movie?
I
we
guess,
trying to
but
create
everyone's just melding into
A
everybody.
cinematic universe.
Like
And
the
if so, why?
Like it's like the seven dwarfs don't exist on their own, the fairy godmother doesn't exist on
Peter
her own.
Pan doesn't exist on his own.
Yeah.
There's a girl in the movie that is brought up multiple times, and her wish that she gave to King Magnifico is that she wants to fly because she's always feeding birds like fucking Mary Poppins, and she wants to fucking fly. And it's like, ma'am, that's not a wish. That's not a thing you can do. Okay? But let's not think about this woman's clear mental problems. Forget that for a second. At the end of the movie, it all comes back around because there's a villager that's clearly dressed like Peter Pan. He's got a green outfit and he's got a hat with a red feather in it. It's Peter Pan. And then his
And
name
he's
is
a
Peter. And he's
ginger.
like, you guys should go off you guys will get along great. Like it's supposed to be a joke. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing.
Oh, you forgot a very important one. Oh, thanks for not eating me, John. Don't mention it, Bambi. It's all good.
Oh my god, I remember that too. And I thought, and this might be a stretch, but I thought that the bear being called John was a reference to John Goodman, because when I was growing
John
up,
Goodman.
I know because John Goodman voiced Baloo in, I think, Jungle Book 2, but also when I was a kid and in Jungle Book, I always thought Baloo was John Goodman, and I know that's stupid, but incorrect. But
No,
like,
I
I
get it.
feel
I
like
get it.
that's
I get
there
it.
for a reason.
I thought it was because it was Little John from Robin Hood.
Oh, that also that makes more sense. He's Big John now. But I did. That was kind of like cute. No, I wouldn't say I laughed, but I thought it was kind of cute how like the bear jumped that kid and was like, "Yeah, don't worry about it, Asha. I got this. I got this kid." And he jumped him, and then you think the bear's gonna maul this child,
No,
but
he's
then all the
18. He's
bunnies show
18.
up, and it's like,
Yeah, no, he was 18. Remember? Because he was boring.
yeah. Well, whatever.
He was fucking boring.
It's so stupid. God. And it's like they also, I didn't understand too, because Magnifico, when he went to Asha's house, he destroyed the mom's wish supposedly, and she had
Yes.
this like, oh my heart, oh no. But then at the end of the movie, she gets her wish back, and it's like,
Yes.
but didn't he destroy it? That confused me as well. That's another little nitpick, I guess.
You know what? More power to you.
Nothing makes sense. Nothing matters. It's fine.
I don't know what motivates anyone to do anything.
No. That's what kind of sucks, is like Asha is the most boring fucking, well, not the most boring, there are plenty of boring characters, I guess, in Disney, unfortunately. But Asha, for a main character who's supposed to be like, oh, I'm a princess and I'm the heroine of the story, she's so boring, and I don't know anything about her other than the fact they try to throw in some like, typical like Disney Anna from Frozen type quirk. Because like in the beginning, like when she's getting ready for her job interview or whatever, she's all antsy and like, oh my god, or like you said, like, oh, I'm gonna explode. It's like, okay, sweetie, whatever. And then, but yeah, other than that, you don't really know who the hell she is. You just know she is girl who used to wish on stars with her dead dad and likes her grandpa. That's it. That's all you get.
Oh my god. And she's also Rapunzel, a little bit of Moana, Judy
Sure.
Hopps.
Yeah, it's like it's very formulaic in that way. And like that's why would you want it to be that way? Because I feel like that's one of the main criticisms, at least like quality wise, of modern Disney, is like it's all formulaic and it's like all the same shit. And it's like Frozen broke that barrier a little bit.
Well,
But now Frozen has just kind of become part of the formula.
let's put it this way. This screenplay was written by two women who are in their mid to late 50s.
Okay.
One of them is the chief creative officer of Walt Disney Animation Studios,
Mhm.
Jennifer Lee.
Right. Okay. Didn't she?
And
Did she not do Frozen?
yes, she is the
Okay.
reason. She is the reason why
was
we're
gonna
gonna
say.
have a 3 and 4 and 5 and.
Oh my god, that pissed me off so much. Oh my god, fuck my life. Anyway, fuck
but
this bullshit.
but you gotta admit, it made for a great April Fool's Day prank.
Oh my god, like that's what irritates me now too. It's like now we're entering like the sequel bullshit era of Disney, where like we're just not gonna even try anymore. We're just gonna put a recognizable name, slap it on the title card, and then that's where the money lives. And it's like I can't take it anymore. It's so insane. Anyway, yes, okay, Jennifer Lee. So that okay. So yeah, she's part of she's part of the formula.
Yes.
The not so secret Krabby Patty formula.
Ravioli, ravioli, give me the formula.
Give me literally anything else from Disney. And
Yeah.
I'll be happy.
Well, they
I'm
tried to.
done.
It was called Strange World, and nobody liked
That
it.
was so. Oh my god, that could have been good too. To be fair,
I don't know what it is. Like I'm willing to give this woman the benefit of the doubt and say that it's not just a power position thing, but like she is capable of telling good stories.
right?
But then again, she also screen wrote A Wrinkle in Time.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And that's also something that looked good. I mean, I didn't see it, but I know just based
Yeah.
on like what's been said about it, it's not great. And it had
Yeah.
Chris Pine in it.
Well, look at that. Look
It
at
all
that.
connects back to Chris Pine. God damn it. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's Zaddy.
that's Zaddy.
My
Shit. Okay.
God.
Well, that was a frustrating watch for me, man. Although I did really enjoy that I got my mind blown in this episode. I can't believe it didn't occur to me that the
Literally.
friends were the Seven Dwarfs. It really did. I like maybe my brain just couldn't comprehend something that fucking dumb.
No,
It
no. I
really
think
could
I
not
would.
wrap
You
my head
know,
around it.
it was that you couldn't expect Disney to get that dumb.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's just no way. Like, that doesn't even make sense. And then once you said something, and I realized, oh wait, there's one that sneezes a lot. I'm getting it now. Great. This is great. Okay. I love how though back to what we were kind of saying regarding like Jennifer Lee and Frozen and and all that bullshit. Like, I love how their answer supposedly Disney to the problem with people being like more disappointed with what Disney's turning out. Let's just churn out some more sequels because that's what people love sequels. And it's like I think people are getting pretty sick of sequels, don't you think? And also, Frozen 2 didn't do that great. So why are we
Before we get to my final question,
Sure.
I would like to bring up my list of the bottom 10 Walt Disney Animation Studios films.
Oh, what an excellent idea.
I think Wish bumps Peter Pan down a notch and
Mhm.
kicks Fun and Fancy Free off the list.
Okay, I think that's fair.
Because Peter Pan is a very problematic movie, but it still rings the classic Disney bells and whistles for me.
Right. Yeah, I would
Whereas
say the
this,
same.
yeah, and it has songs that I can sing, you know. So
Yes. One in particular you definitely can't, but the rest of them you can still sing.
yeah. Oh my god. Uh,
Uh,
yeah. That's gonna be a fun episode.
yeah, we talked about that too on our show. We
Yeah.
definitely it was interesting.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't want. I honestly don't want to put it there because it like Wish to an extent it tries.
Sure, I'll say that.
It tries. But yeah, I
It
think I'm putting
tries
it
a
at number
lot
9.
and but it tries a lot in some areas and then kind of just overlooks some pretty obvious areas.
Yeah.
I think
And there's
Strange World is worse than this though.
yeah, that one just I don't think we put it on the list because it just didn't rate.
Yeah, Strange World is kind of just I feel like that's going to be like the Amnesia movie that no one even remembers existed and ever happened. I
I
actually just
know.
watched it bizarrely. I was pissed off about it. I was not thrilled about it. But they had it on cuz I work in a school setting. I know what you're thinking. Oh my god, this woman is around people's children. It's fine. But no, they put on friggin' Strange World for a bunch of kids, and I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, wow, this is still really bad, really rough. Like I'm
and
so bored, I'm falling asleep.
but it was still bad enough to offend Governor Ron DeSantis. And remember, he had that school teacher down in Florida being investigated for showing that movie in their classroom.
Oh yeah. Wait, why was he mad? Because the kid's gay?
That's probably why.
Probably, right? What the fuck? That's so stupid.
I know.
Jesus
But
Christ.
yeah, half the kid's gay, half it's made by Disney, therefore it's sinful and evil, and
Therefore,
we
it's
need to.
evil.
Yeah.
God.
But I thought his boyfriend was really cute.
There's nothing like. I feel like there's nothing inherently wrong with like Strange World or Wish necessarily. It's just they're just so subpar that like it's just like I joked around about the dwarf thing in this movie making me mad, and it did in like a funny way. But like this isn't so bad that like I'm pissed off. Like Chicken Little is angeringly bad because it's just like we're basically glorifying like the worst father son relationship I've ever seen in cinema.
Yep.
but like, it's like I could put Wish on in front of my kid who, it's like basically shaking your keys in front of your kid. Like it's okay. Like I could put it on in front of the kid and like it
Yeah.
won't be I don't think it'll harm anybody. You know what I mean? But yeah, once they get old enough to understand like, oh, what like good movies are, then we can move on to like
Once
other
you
things.
once you enroll them into film school.
Yes, like you're going to be a director and you're going to like it.
Oh god. Oh, by the way, Chicken Little was number 4 on the list. I forgot that.
Oh yes. Yeah, Chicken Little is that's so bad.
Yeah.
That's how I know you actually do like me because I was like, "Hey, you want to come on our show and talk about Chicken Little?" And you were like, "Sure." I got to watch it again.
I
Okay,
gotta roast
sure.
that son of a bitch.
Let's do this. That was fun too.
Yeah.
What a shit show. I would never show my child Chicken Little. Let's put it
No,
that way. I would
never.
show my kid Wish before I showed them Chicken Little.
I would show them a Coco Melon video before I showed them Chicken Little.
God. I would show them Pink Flamingos before I showed them Chicken Little.
Fuck, you said it. Now I gotta say the line. I gotta say
No.
the line. Kill everyone now. Condone first-degree murder. Advocate
Yes.
cannibalism. Eat shit.
Fucking Divine.
Oh my god.
I miss Divine.
Take whatever you like. Here's for the centerfold.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay.
I feel like that's appropriate. I feel like Pink Flamingo's reference is appropriate in this Wish episode. Jesus Christ.
100 years of John Waters.
Oh, that man.
Fuck. All right. Before I lose any more brain
Alright.
cells, we have to get to my final question.
Oh, yay.
How do you think Wish, 2023's Wish, Jesus Christ, influenced the way that Walt Disney Studios produces films to this day?
Christ. Well, I mean, I think time will tell on that because now they've seemed to have changed their tech. After Wish has come out and fucking flopped, they're like, well, we're going to just change our trajectory of what we're going to do. We're going to just do all sequels all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Toy Story 5, fucking Frozen 7,
Zootopia 2.
Zootopia 2, which scares me because I love Zootopia, but I know you have other feelings about Zootopia. But I like Zootopia. I feel like Zootopia 2 is going to flop, which kind of bums me out. But yeah, it's just like it feels like we've given in to giving up at Disney at this point, which is kind of a bummer.
And yet, with Moana 2,
Oh,
they're
Moana
doing
2. Jesus
it.
Christ! And we're doing Moana 2, and we're doing a live action Moana because it's such a classic from fucking 5 minutes ago that we have to do a live action.
well. According to Bob Iger, it was their most streamed animated movie of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just giving them the green light to print more money. We know this movie that
Yay.
people tried to make and achieved and made it like a quality product. We're just gonna exploit the shit out of it until
Yeah.
people get tired of it. Doesn't that suck?
It really does. This is a bummer fucking episode.
I know.
We're just every fucking segment is like, doesn't that suck? It's like, yeah, it really does.
Doesn't it suck that Queen Woman and the Seven Dwarfs are here in this movie?
Doesn't it suck that our main badass bitch character is actually none of those things and is boring as fuck? Yeah, it is. It sucks.
Doesn't it suck that they rhyme allegory with excitatory?
Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Doesn't it suck that you can't remember one goddamn song from this movie? Not one.
All I
It's
remember
like-
is Rosas.
Which is also a dumb name for a town. Like, that's so inconsequential, but like it's a dumb name for a town. Rosas. It's like that's okay.
It's the least of my problem.
It really is. That's why I'm saying it doesn't really fucking matter because there's so much else that sucks. But yeah.
Oh my god. And on that note,
Don't watch it. Don't be like us. Don't be fools.
fools.
Jesus Christ. If you want to watch a girl run around with 7 of her friends and defeat a villain that makes potions and cackles like a weirdo, just watch Snow White. If that's what you want this movie to be, Disney, they can just watch the other one. That's my recommendation.
You know what? That is so apt.
Yeah, you should fucking like that.
Yeah.
That you should like that recommendation from me.
Thank you. Well, I hate that it comes from Wish of all things, but
listen,
yeah.
take it where you can get it.
I guess that's my life lesson for 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that concludes this chapter on Disney Reel to Reel. Frankie, what the fuck?
What the fuck is right? Next time I come on here, we better talk about a fucking better movie.
Yes. We gotta.
You
We
have
gotta.
to. We have to come back from this dark place we're in.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking like we only have 2 legit HSMs left. We have more live action remakes. I know you're really into So Bad It's Good,
I do like it so bad it's good.
but
I'm gonna have you on my show at some point soon because I want to do a decom, which I know you haven't seen, but I've
Yes.
seen it many times. So I'm gonna make you fucking watch it. Since you made me watch Wish, I'm gonna make you watch this stupid decom
I will take the bullet.
from the 2000s, so you know it's quality.
And it's not the 13th year. Fuck.
No,
God
no, you
damn it.
fool. No, it's one with Ryan Merriman, so it's one of the classics.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
So many things.
All right. Speaking of which, where can people find you at your show?
Well, my show, Shoot the Flick, I do it with my husband, and we show each other movies every single week. We introduce each other to something, and trying to think what we've been doing recently. Actually, we're about to start up Rocky Month, which is going to be fun. We're going to watch all like the shitty Rocky movies, I think, pretty much, because we watched the first 3 that are actually good ones, so now we got to watch the shitty ones. But yeah, we watch other things too. Don't worry, it's not just Rocky; it's other stuff too. But yeah, you can check us out on Instagram and Twitter at Shoot the Flick, and you can check out all of our past episodes wherever pods are casted. We're there. Just shoot the flick.
And as for us, even in our wavering times of stress and desperation, you
I have a
can.
headache now. I actually do. It's actually upsetting.
I know, and I went to go work out just before recording, and I feel miserable. But
All those endorphins are gone now.
yes, they are. So you can find the show at Diz Real to Real Podcast on Instagram. Any emails, which, dear God, of all the episodes so far, I hope this honestly doesn't get any.
Like, imagine you get a wish like Stan. Like, you don't understand how fucking beautiful this is. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
But if you have such rants, you can send them to disneyrealtoreal@gmail.com. Also, the podcast episodes are up on YouTube, and I'll leave a link in the show notes in case you want to. But until next time, just don't
Give a little whistle. Give a little whistle. And always let your conscience be your guide. Cause the star. That's why that's why I picked that one.
I never could have guessed. What should mine be? Watch that 70s show.
Yes, it's better than this.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah,
Do that.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Have a magical day, everybody.
Yay.